Hey all you crazy people, how you doing today? Today I'm taking the day off, gonna do some work in the yard. See all this Sudan right here. I think I'm gonna be taking probably 2/3 of this out of here and just doing it as a chop and drop as mulch. As I got all this area on the other side of the pond that I took a lot of the dirt out and been putting a lot of this river rock along the wall because I don't really need to use that area, but the rest of it I'll be planting stuff in, so I'm going to use that. But I need to build soil, so I'm going to use this as a chop and drop. It's already going to seed, which is the sorghum, but I don't really need the sorghum. I'm going to feed some of the ripe stuff that I have. That's why I let a little bit grow out, and I'll use it for the chickens. But right now I'm just going to use all this as chop and drop, but it just grows so well during the summer heat. That's why I was growing it, and now I just use it for building soil. So I'm going to take out a lot of this. I'll just probably keep about 1 foot of this stuff as a backdrop for the pond, and to help the periwinkles stay a little bit cooler, because when the sun comes up it gets hot all day. But it's going to be cooling down this next week. It'll drop about 15 degrees on Tuesday, but I need to start filling in. I need about 8 inches of topsoil over there, which is mostly going to be wood chips breaking down, and when I plant stuff I'll have to use amended soil, but it's just going to be slowly breaking down over time as I add chop and drop and wood chips. I'm almost out of wood chips. I'm going to have to get another truckload probably this next week to make sure I have everything well mulched for the winter. But we're going to take out some of this, and I'm going to go to the store, probably Fry's and Sprouts and Lily's, see if I can find any sprouted potatoes, and I'll just grab those and plant them, because it's a lot cheaper that way, because they don't sell any seed potatoes right now. And over here we got a bunch of stuff starting to come up growing. I think I just took one of my sprouting seed mixtures, and it has alfalfa and mung beans and clover. So I just have this as a cover crop right now to build the soil. And I threw out a old pied pumpkin, and it sprouted and it's been growing. I don't know if we're gonna get any pumpkins yet or not. It's gonna start cooling off, but we use that as a chop and drop. No biggie. I think I'm gonna let most of that Sudan grass over there keep my Mexican lime hidden, but I'm gonna actually take away some of it right now because it's not as hot, so I'm not worried about this Mexican lime, that it's shading. And eventually all this will be gone. Next month it'll get full sun. But my Mexican lime is down behind here, so it's needs some sunlight. I'm gonna have to give it some sun. So I'm gonna thin this out today. And I've been working on my raised beds. I'll go show you that. How are you guys getting that pen? You guys looking for food? Yeah, I gotta feed these girls. Well, here's my raised bed that I put in, and I did plant garlic, and I put some lettuce seeds in there. I see one of them popping up. It's only been a few days, so this is my high raised bed right next to my elderberry, between my sugar cane and my Kawano melons. I'm starting to get all the aphids, but that's because the plants are dying. That's the only time you get insects invading plants, is when plants start dying and they get unhealthy. And so you can see they're all dying. That's why I've just been watering them down. It kills most of the aphids. But look at all these Kawano melons. There's tons of them here. They're starting to turn yellow. Once they get fully yellow, they're ripe. Started pulling everything out of my beds, except for that tomato plant that I'm growing. Oh, it's got a tomato on it today. I'm gonna start staking these up and get them higher, so keep them more like a shape of a tree. I'll come through here once a week and prune all the foliage just to focus on fruiting. while I still get some warm weather, because we're in Phoenix, so we're going to be warm until Thanksgiving. But I got to add another 3 cubic feet of the garden soil to these because all that broke down. I got to get some rebar to stake back this fence because it's starting to hang over with all the weight of that Malabar spinach. It's insane. But this will die back when it freezes. But I heard that these berries are edible. Look at these. These are, people actually will squeeze all the juice out of those and use them because that's very high in the anthocyanins, anti-cancer, antioxidants, just like eating a blueberry. And this is a spinach, so I use the spinach in my salads. And I'm gonna plant some stuff over here, probably like broccoli. This bed over here, I tore everything out, threw it over to the chickens, left the garlic chives, but we got some celery planted. It's a couple onions, and over there I got some starts of cauliflower, and that's a red Russian kale. Still got my pepper growing here. It's flowering. Sweet potato vines are coming right out of there, vining over there, but I'll probably be taking the whatever sweet potatoes are in there, taking those out. But this bed's ready to start growing. I gotta prepare that one. It's for my winter vegetables. I had a couple of fig tree starts in here too. This is another variety of fig. A couple of starts. I had 4 of them, and I always have good success planting them in here, and then the next year I'll take them out and plant them in the ground. But they always have a good start in my raised beds, so that's where I start them. So that's what we're doing today. So all you crazy people out there, try to have a good day. Get out in the garden. It's a sanctuary out here, especially when you have chickens. All the birds come in here. Oh, look at I planted a clover vine seed last spring, a couple of them. I started vining and they're starting to flower now in my trellis. So next year I'll have the clover vine over the trellis along with this muscadine grape. This is all the Kawano melon. Those are going to be gone in another few weeks. But we still have the muscadine, which is something to get out of Florida. And then the clover vine. So this whole trellis next summer will be green, kind of like my snail vine over in the other one over there, which is blooming. This is a jungle back here. Look at this snail vine. I planted it right here a year ago. Went over the trellis and it's vining all the way down my fence. We're talking 16, 25 to 30 feet of vine. That's insane. It loves to grow in the full sun. I notice where it gets shaded, it kind of dies back more, so I try to keep it in full sun. Well, that's the update for today. That's what I'm doing. Have a good day, guys.